darling. Welcome back. Today we're going to be watching some Papa Meat. We're looking at the most haunted places in America. I don't really know how I feel about ghosts, but I do like watching some spooky stuff. And if we've got places where spooky stuff happens, you have my attention. I hope you're as excited as I am. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing. It would really help me out, and I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you. Also, don't forget to use code PAPAMEAT or code MOAN for 10% off your order at Gamer Subs. Thank you. Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because we're talking about something that's Okay. Today we're going to be talking about the most haunted locations in America. Now, a lot of these locations I've heard of before as well, but I've never actually dove into some of these. Like some of these we're going to be talking about have movies based around them or whatever. But I was actually curious to see some of the most haunted places in America. I mean, I believe in ghosts.
Cringe.
I know. All the scientists, all the elite, very smart people who watch this channel and
leave wonderful comments
are gonna say, Hunter, what are you talking about? I've come in contact with a few ghosts myself, Nick.
Oh.
When? What ghost?
Well, I couldn't see him or anything, but it was. But let me know. I'll say this is that I hate going into a building and feeling that little. What did you just experience a ghost? He just shivered. You just shivered. Did you just experience a ghost?
I have to pee.
Oh my god, the ghost made him have to pee. That's insane. No, I don't think I've ever had an experience with like a ghost. I do have some like dread and like some moments where, okay, this might scare some people. I've had on several occasions while trying to fall asleep, I have felt like things have been like touching me, like touching my arm or touching my side or touching my shoulder. I don't believe those are ghosts. A lot of things for me is like your mind making stuff up. I'm a very firm believer in like your eyes playing tricks on you, your mind making you either feel things that aren't there, different stuff like that. So, and maybe that's cope. Maybe that's me coping. But yeah, several occasions in my old house trying to go to sleep, it would feel like something was touching me. But I don't think it was a ghost. At least I hope not.
You have to pee? Well, you better hold it. So just know that I've had my own little run-in with ghosts laying down, and my friend, it kind of sounds like I'm having gay sex with my friend, laying down at sleepovers with my buddies, and then you hear something creak. What? And I hate when people are like, it's just the house settling.
It is. It is. Okay, listen. This happens, okay? If it's late at night, everything's quiet, and you hear a sound, yes, it probably is something in the house settling. Stuff does that. That's real. I'm sorry if that's not a good enough like reason for you, but it does. How do you think like abandoned places just collapse and stuff, right? Or things that are just like sitting there and existing suddenly boosh, and they're just, you know, a pile of rubble. Like that's a little bit extreme, but like it's I'm coping, aren't I? It's it's real. It's what it does.
Really, dude? It's a 23-year-old house. It's just settling. The tectonic plates are shifted. If it was like a house from the 1800s, I'd be like, sure.
What if the house is built on burial grounds?
No, go ahead and say Indian burial grounds, dude. What, Indian burial grounds? That's offensive, dick. All right, first up, we have Amityville. We want to start with some of the heavy hitters, so then people can be like, I know that. Amityville is like the most popular haunted house, and I think it's even recorded to be the most haunted house ever, which I don't know how you clarify the most haunted, which I'm guessing they just mean like the most documented hauntings.
Notorious.
Yeah.
Notorious haunted house, whatever. It started its legend in Amityville, New York on November 13th, 1974, when 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr., good guy, shot and killed 6 members of his family. Jumped the gun on that one a little bit. This included his mother, father, 2 sisters, and 2 brothers. Got the whole goddamn cheaper by the dozen family in there, don't they? Armed with a .35 caliber Marlin rifle, DeFeo shot his family members as they slept. How do they all stay asleep? Oh, it's a big house. Or do you think he like put a pillow over it? You ever played like Max Payne 3? There's like a level where he puts a plastic bottle over the tip of his gun as a silencer, and I'm like, Would that work?
I think Mythbusters.
I don't think that works.
They said it did. It's a cool idea, at least. Just like a thing of Mountain Dew. He shot most of them in the head and a few of them in the back.
Oh my
Cool.
days.
Even from a guy who's possessed or something, just shoot all of them in the head. If you're gonna, come on.
I think the ones he hated the most, he shot in the back.
Oh, he definitely shot his family in the back. Dad's like, oh. He'd probably take a couple shots in the back to kill somebody. Originally, DeFeo blamed the murders on a mob hitman. It was the
Okay.
Italians that killed my family. The Italians. But as time passed, Ronaldo DeFeo confessed to the murders himself. DeFeo told investigators that he heard voices urging him to kill his family. I was hoping my life would go in this trajectory, dude. That angels or demons would tell me. The angels came and told me to shoot my dad 3 times in the back. This is the day after your sister, like, I don't know, broke your sick Lego collection. Like, I just got the Eye of Sauron Lego set. She broke it. Angels told me to kill her, told me to throw her down the well. I don't know. Way back in the 70s, people got to be way more susceptible, being like, wait, what? Angels told you to do this? Not a bad fall plan. But later, during the trial, he admitted to being drunk and high on heroin, and his parents were abusive. Ah, okay. There it is. The little angel, little demon on my shoulder was a bag of H. Okay,
Yeah, what do they call it? Like angel dust or whatever, right? Totally.
And he's high on heroin. All right, I'll be honest. I had a couple brewskis, a couple syringes of heroin, and my dad hit me with a belt. What am I supposed to do? DeVeo was found guilty of 6 counts of second-degree murder and was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences in prison. Never understood the consecutive life sentences.
It's in case you're immortal.
Well, especially if he comes back and maybe possesses someone, and they're like, we know it's the ghost of DeFeo. Get him in prison. He's like, no! In the years since his claim of hearing voices, he has admitted to the lie, claiming, quote, there was no demon. You know who the demon is? I am the demon. To be fair, that does sound like something a demon would say.
He's just admitting that there is a demon.
No, there is no demon. I'm the fucking demon. They're just like, what? He's like, no, the entire altercation likely stemmed from DeFeo's theft of $20,000 from his grandfather's car dealership.
Oh my god.
Fuck this kid. He was tasked with depositing money to the bank, but ultimately had a friend stage the robbery. His father eventually grew suspicious and questioned him, earning a death threat that his son followed up on. So literally his dad was like, did you take $20,000 from Pop Pop at his Toyota Camry dealership? And he's like, no, Dad, I'll fucking slice your throat. He's like, okay, come on, man. And he's like, I'm just like drunk. He's like, I'm gonna get high on heroin and kill my dad. To be fair, though, I hate to say this, Nick. I hate to say this. If I was already drunk and high on heroin and I was planning on killing my dad, I'd probably just follow through with the whole family.
Oof. You're fucked, dude.
Come on, man. If you're going down with one ship, are you not gonna just go down with them all?
But he didn't kill himself either. That includes you. If you're gonna kill your whole family, kill yourself.
I'm not so self-centered, Nick. I don't think I'm my family.
God.
But a year after the murders, George and Kathy Lutz bought the Amityville home, and they abandoned the property only 28 days after purchasing it. They were in such a hurry, they reportedly left all of their personal belongings behind. I like that. Coming in and you're just like, what happened? Like the idea. I was gonna speculate. It's like, do you think a lot of the horror movie tropes, haunted house tropes today stem from the Amityville house? But there's haunted house fucking movies before the 70s. House on Haunted Hill.
Maybe they were copying.
That's what I'm wondering is the Lutzes were like, hey, let's buy this house where all these that heroin addict killed that Toyota dealership owner, and we'll just say that it's haunted and we'll make a killing off of it.
Could you buy a house where you know that like murders happened? Because like it's one thing if someone, I guess, just like passes away, right, in a house. But if someone is like actually something brutal happens, I don't think I would be able to live in a house like that. I think the vibe would be off. I don't think I could. Even if it was cheap, I don't care. I don't think I would feel comfortable knowing that something like really, really horrible happened. I wouldn't be able to do it. I think even living in a place where someone had like just passed away peacefully in their sleep, because like that's the case with like my childhood home. My grandmother passed away in her like sleep and stuff and everything, right? Like I could not stand that house. I don't like being in that house. I had to sleep like across the hall from her, like her room, you know? And like I don't particularly care for that room. Like, I don't go in that room. I don't think I could do it.
Oh, you know what? They did buy it 1 year afterwards.
A year after the murders? Come on, dude. Usually in movies, the haunted house thing's like, the old DeFonte house up on 12th Street? That thing's been empty for 10 years. Or something, you know what I mean? Something like that. And then you walk in, there's sheets over everything. You whip them on, there's big dust. A year afterwards? Come on. Come on. Yeah, right. They claimed that demons drove them out. What if they just found like his heroin and they were just high? They were too embarrassed to admit, yeah, it's demons. I swear to God. And they offered up tales of green slime in the walls, fly infestations, mysterious cold spots, a red room, and strange voices in the night. George Lutz reported waking up at 3:15 every night, which is the approximate time of the DeFeo murders, which 3:15 is very close to 3:30, which is the demonic witching hour. Kind of ties in a little bit. He also claimed to hear voices urging him to get out, and saw a face in the fireplace with red, glowing eyes. Kathy Lutz reported feeling as if she was being embraced by an unseen force and levitating off the bed. Jesus Christ, Kathy, goddamn. She's like, something's holding me and I'm flying. Can you imagine her around the, like, she's like laying in the house, she's like, flying around the house. George! Oh my God, my wife, I just saw a Apache man's face in the fireplace and I don't even know what the hell's happening here. The youngest child, Missy, spoke to her imaginary friend Jody, who appeared as a demonic pig with red glowing eyes. Okay, first off, stop saying glowing red fucking eyes, dude. The more people are like, and it had glowing red eyes. That's why I'm like, no, it didn't. You're lying. She had me on imaginary friend who is a demonic pig. A demonic pig named Jody? Are you fucking kidding me? That's creepy. You ever have a younger sibling, or I had a buddy who had a brother who used to like point up at their kitchen ceiling. He'd clap. And we'd be like, dude, stop. What are you looking at? And he's like, my friend. That kind of I hate that. I don't give a fuck if you're a believer or not. A little kid, like, he's like, we're going to our hiding place. Like that. Orphanage.
Oh my God. I was gonna say, like, when people get uneasy about cats doing that, when cats will just like sit and they'll like stare at something for like a long time, or just like stare at a corner of a room or something like that. But damn, you're gonna send the kid to an orphanage? Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't give a fuck. If my child did that, fostering him up. Send him up the hill to the orphanage, dude. He can clap up there. All the kids who are cool, who aren't fucking psychopaths with imaginary friends, you get to stay. Not you, little Missy. What's the kid's name? The Lutz family supposedly hired Father Pecarero to bless the home. He went on to say that he was told to, quote, get out. By an invisible voice and was slapped. Get out of here, you son of a bitch, and just slapped him in the face. He's like, the Lord has abandoned this home. And a man named William Weber, who was DeFeo's lawyer, admitted to fabricating the story with George Lutz over a bottle of wine. But a polygraph taken by Lutz in 2000 revealed that he wasn't lying. Who's telling the truth? I don't know.
Polygraphs are 100% truthful.
Polygraphs are very unreliable, except when you ask me how big my hog is, and I say, very big. And it does, and I'm like, no, it's huge. A seance was held at the house in 1976 where parapsychologists, psychics, and noted demonologists Lorraine and Ed Warren would appear. Yes, the people from The Conjuring. I was wondering how long it'd take till they showed up, those old fucks. I wish movies would cast, we were talking about this the other night, cast more freaks. Lorraine and Ed Warren were tough on the eyes. Greasy, old, like, German couple. I'm pretty sure, something like that. Yikes. Instead, you got Hottie McGee and Hottie Magoo over there playing, making a Conjuring in my pants.
Oh my days.
Okay. That was not a good joke. Which, when they all, this fucking, I guess, like, Avengers team of the paranormal showed up, and nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. And at 3 a.m. in the sewing room, which was said to have the worst reputation, nothing happened in there either. Like, the sewing room was apparently the place where it was the most haunted. Nothing happened. The psychic did say this, though. This is as close to hell as I want to get. Which feels kind of weird, because it's like, if nothing happened, what does that mean? The drive up here in upstate New York was truly devious.
Maybe he was being sarcastic.
Yeah, oh, this is as close to hell as I want to get. What if there's just like a Puerto Rican guy walking around the house? Oh my God. The 70s. Jesus Christ, the help. The house still stands to this day with no further incidents happening, which is very disappointing. How the fuck can that be the most haunted? That's the most haunted place, or supposedly the most haunted place? Which also, it kind of reads, in my opinion, that the guy who killed his family, DeFeo, seems like he killed them, and then the Lutzes moved in, and they were haunted by DeFeo's family.
I agree.
Even if he's like, I lied about the whole thing, maybe he inadvertently caused ghosts to spook the house.
Yeah, the people that he murdered are haunting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. The Lutz family experiences were later documented in Jay Anson's 1977 book, The Amityville Horror, which became a bestseller and was adapted into a film in 1979, which I will say Amityville 3D was the first horror film I ever watched, and I have a poster of it in my studio. At the end of that movie, a weird sewer goblin pops out, burns a guy's face, and drags him into a watery portal, and the house fucking like explodes. He like freezes up and explodes, and it scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
Hmm.
Do you want to watch an even scarier version of Amityville Horror?
You talk about the one where I get all fucking bricked up watching Ryan Gosling chop wood.
Oh, Ryan Gosling's in it?
He's the dad. He's the dad in the
What?
2005 one, or like the 2006. When was that remake?
2004.
I'm gonna say 2000. I'm gonna say 2006. Amityville 2005. Fuck. So close. All right, well, fuck. Next up, we have East Maritello Fort in Key West, Florida. It's not necessarily a place, it's
Key
more of a doll,
West?
but it's more so the doll. Wherever the doll is, it's haunted, so we went ahead and included it in because it's a very notorious doll, which the doll is called Robert.
Yo! Robert needs a little plastic surgery, man. Robert's not doing too well. Oh my days. Is his mouth just like open? What is this like sewing pattern of everything? What is this dog? I assume this is a dog. What is that?
Robert the fucking doll. Manufactured by the Steiff Company of Germany around the 1900s.
Oh, they
the doll
make
was given to a young boy
bears.
named Robert Eugene Otto, which people usually just called him Gene. Should have called him Bob. I love when guys are called Bob. There's no name you can age him better to than Bob. Robert when you're younger, then you're Bob. Bob is such a good old person name.
Like, it's so generic.
Test the guy. Your name's Nick, dude. So I mean Nicks I know in my fucking life. Unbelievable, man. The doll was given by his family's Bahamian servant. The Bahamian servant was rumored to be skilled in voodoo and black magic. That sounds racist. He's like, is the doll, little boy?
Oh my days. We're going there, huh?
Oi!
Oh my god.
The Bahamian servant went, oi, Gene, take this little doll and put it in your knapsack now. Going to be your best friend, you hear? And Gene's dad was like, my God, the help knows voodoo and black magic. What cost did you bring upon the doll, servant? Upon receiving him, Gene named the doll after himself, calling him Robert, which is one of the creepiest things I've ever heard. Imagine getting a doll and you're just like, me. Hello, my doll's name's Hunter. And your parents aren't like, you're not a psychopath, you're my beautiful boy. There's no way. This thing is freaking out. My screen is freaking out.
Oh.
It could be. Close the window. Jesus Christ, it's gonna give me a fucking epilepsy attack over here. Look at this. Robert the doll
what
is
is happening?
approximately 40 inches tall and is stuffed with wood and wool. He is dressed in a sailor suit that is believed to have belonged to Gene as a child. Once again, gets even fucking creepier. You can have him wear my little sailor
Weird.
suit. This used to be mine, Robert. The doll's just like, kill me. Put me in a wood chipper immediately. The doll's face is painted with a disturbing, almost human-like expression. He has large, beady eyes, a painted-on smile, and is holding some kind of weird stuffed toy lion or dog. Gene became extremely attached to Robert, treating him as a companion and a confidant. Kids just treat me the fuck out. I always hate when kids are just like, I tell them my secrets. You ever hear kids say that? I had cousins who were much younger than me. He had like a little doll too, and he'd be like, I tell them my secrets. And I'd be like, what secrets could you possibly have? Wouldn't be a secret if I told you. And they always drop some shit like that. And you're like, holy shit. It is said that Gene would often blame mishaps on the doll, saying, Robert did it. Gene's parents would often find his toys mutilated or destroyed. Rooms would be found in disarray, with furniture overturned and belongings scattered. Gene would wake up screaming in the middle of the night, claiming that Robert was moving around his room or trying to harm him. Doesn't really sound like a friend to me, dude. Robert keeps giving me Charlie horses. Robert keeps playing tap out with me. He's just like blacked out on the floor. Robert suplexed him into the fucking ground. He also blamed the doll for causing him to have terrifying nightmares and sleep disturbances. And he believed that the doll had a malevolent influence and could cause physical harm to him indirectly.
I think he's just having a bad day. Like, something might just be underlying wrong. I just feel sad for the little guy.
That's like, I think, like, he tripped. Robert did it! Robert did it!
Be honest, if you were the parent of Gene, how much of this do you put up with?
Oh, I'd get rid of the doll.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand is that's the obvious. Well, you know what he's probably doing? No, bring him back. He's my best friend. It seems so far like a child who is desperately wanting attention from his family. And the only person to give him any kind of attention or love is the fucking Bahamian servant. He sees him like crying. He's like, hey, I wish I had from my dad never wants to hang out with me. He's like, don't worry, little boy Gene.
Oh my god.
Wipe your tears. I give you a new friend.
Yeah.
His name is Robert, like you.
His name going to be Robert, like you. Thank you, Bahamian servant.
Cut your hand.
Oh my god.
All right, strangle this chicken to death and cut your hand and put it into the bowl.
You want Robert to live, right?
Do you want Robert to live or do you want to keep crying? He's like slicing up. Like, Jesus Christ. The Otto family and their servants reported hearing Gene having conversations with the doll. And sometimes the doll would respond in a different, deeper voice. Robert, do you think I'm pretty? Oh, yes.
Oh my god. See, so that's just the kid. Surely that's just the kid, like, making a voice for the thing. And, like, that's not the doll talking. This just seems so unhealthy.
The Bahamian servant's like, what kind of gift did I give to this child? Or if you're the dad and you're like reading the paper, Robert, I don't know if I should look at that. Come on, Gene. It's not a big deal. The dad's like, come on, Gene. Robert, I don't know if I should look at that. Not a big deal. Turns the paper.
Do you think that's what inspired The Shining? Come on.
Oh, probably. Red rum, whatever. There's like a lot of tropes of that kind of stuff, or like kids being like, I don't know. There you go. There were also claims of Robert changing expressions and moving independently. That didn't happen. That's like some slappy goosebump shit. Gene's parents and later his wife Anne noted that Gene's behavior would change dramatically when he was around the doll. How long did he have this doll for? How old was he when he got married? He has to be an adult, right? My best man's gonna give you a kiss, honey. Takes the doll and puts it in his face.
Oh god.
Here, he's just like, don't forget it's for both of us here, Anne. She's like, okay, thank God you're rich, or else I wouldn't fucking be here. So yeah, Gene's behavior would change dramatically when he was around the doll. He would become more agitated, irritable, and at times even aggressive. Seems like he kind of has a fuck relationship with the doll.
He would hit Anne and then blame it on Robert.
Yeah, there.
Oh my days.
Robert, why would you do that?
Yeah, Gene punches her as hard as he can in the chest. Gene gives her a fucking dead leg. She's like, what the fuck, Gene? He's like, oh, it wasn't me. It was Robert. Robert, you give me so much trouble. It's like laying on the floor or whatever. He's like wrapping like chains around his like wrist and shit. And he's like, what are you going to make me do, Robert?
Yeah, that just seems unhealthy.
Even as an adult, Gene continued to believe in Robert's supernatural abilities. Gene's a fucking psychopath. He's scaring the shit out of me. When he and his wife Anne moved back into the family home, Gene placed Robert in a room of his own, often referring to it as Robert's room. It seems like a guy back in the day, like way back in the day, who's like, that's like his jack-off room. You don't want to go in Robert's room. No matter what you do, don't go in there. Respect his privacy, Anne. Anne reportedly experienced the same unsettling phenomena and grew to fear the doll, insisting it be locked away. Despite her efforts, Gene would often find ways to retrieve the doll and keep it close. If I was the wife, I'd be like, put the fucking doll up, dude. He's got to be mentally
on fire.
Gone. He's like, he told me he was scared in there. I had to come get him. He told me he was scared. Like,
Nah, I'm throwing that thing outside, dousing it in gas, and I'm setting it on fire, okay? One way or another, the doll's getting got, okay? You don't want me to throw it away, and then if I have to worry about you trying to bring it back, I'm just gonna set it on fire. I'm just gonna get rid of it.
you're 43 years old. You need to fucking worth giving it away. After Gene's death in 1974, the house was sold, and the new owners reported strange occurrences, such as the doll moving to different rooms, giggling, and unsettling accidents happened around the house. Visitors reported feeling uneasy in Robert's presence, and many claimed that the doll's expressions changed in response to things being said around him. That's so crazy. After he's dead, they still just have the fucking doll out and about. They like guests
Yeah,
around. They're like, hey, can
no.
you put up the fucking Victorian like weird voodoo doll, please? And they're just like, we can't. It's in the will. Gene's ghost is here haunting us. We can't do it. After changing hands a few times, Robert was donated to the Fort East Martello Museum with claims of him moving about. Cameras and electronic devices supposedly misbehave around him, so we unfortunately don't have any footage of Robert moving. Damn,
Convenient.
I really thought that we were going to see a puppet move. Oh my God, wait, we do have one caught on camera. From Jonathan's Other Adventures. Thank you, Jonathan. So I went to Key West, Florida in 2018 to meet Robert the doll. After I viewed my video footage, I was shocked to see that Robert had moved his foot all by himself. What? As well as captured a ghostly orb next to his arm. So I'm showing you guys what I've captured. Here's the footage. That is a creepy fucking doll though, if I'm being honest. It's even creepier knowing that like a Bahamian servant was just like, I got this for you. those his feet? That's his feet? That boy's got some club feet, dude. He's got some fucking like elephant feet.
Jesus.
He said there was an orb by his arm, right? Oh, right there. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Did you
Oh, a
see
speck
her?
of dust.
On the left side of the door frame.
Gene definitely
Oh
had
my
to fuck
God.
Robert once, right?
He pegged him.
Watch this foot. Watch, it's the chair moves back and then forward. Whoa. It looks like his foot moved all by itself. Please tell me what you guys think. I think that the fucking chair moved back. Robert's legend continues to grow to this day. And it is said that anyone who disrespects a doll or takes his photo without his permission will be cursed. So hopefully none of you guys took a screenshot of my video or you're gonna be fucked. Technically we're cursed because we're technically capturing his deal. And my really sick Logitech monitor just spazzed out, or Samsung. Letters from previous visitors apologizing for their behavior and asking for Robert's forgiveness are displayed near his case, often recounting misfortunes such as accidents, illnesses, and financial troubles that occurred after visiting him. Imagine they're just like, well, we're going bankrupt. Thanks for that, Robert.
Honestly, dude, just random occurrence happening to you and you like attributing it to you going to see this fuck ass doll and you disrespected the doll and that's why your life is in shambles. That's stupid to me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, things happen all the time. Just because something is like going on, like people are silly.
After he was moved during the last hurricane, he was tied down to the chair he sits in with a fishing line. After the change, movement stopped being reported, but comments that he twitches his head and swallows remains.
What?
The swallows one. Oh, Robert swallows. Yeah, no, I've had
Oh
that.
my days.
Next up, we have the notorious Winchester House, which is just this story is very odd. If you guys haven't heard this one, it's pretty funny. The Winchester House is a
Dude, all of these houses are fucking huge. Like this one especially, like this is a fucking mansion, but the other ones were like big, cool looking houses.
sprawling mansion located in San Jose,
Christ
California, known
almighty.
for its bizarre labyrinth-like design because the bitch who owned the place is crazier than all hell. She's crazier than a shithouse rat, which is one of my favorite expressions. My grandpa used to say it a lot. My mom used to say it a lot because they're white
Never heard
trash. It was the personal residence of Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Winchester, the heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. It's a gun company. Bang, 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 bang. Sarah built the house after she inherited a vast fortune from her husband's death. Just like Bezos' wife did. Just like Bezos' wife. She also lost her daughter, Annie, just weeks after her birth due to malnutrition. Jesus Christ. The successive losses of her daughter and husband deeply affected Sarah, leading to prolonged periods of mourning and isolation.
Time for spooky
Basically,
stuff.
That's what made her crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Extreme depression and trauma. She's probably just like, ugh. Well, especially like that far back, because this is like 1800s. You'd definitely be like, I'm cursed. We're cursed. The Winchester name's cursed. Legend has it that she was advised by a medium in Boston that she was haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, and that she needed to continuously build a house to appease these spirits. That seems like that should be illegal to say that to a billionaire widow. Especially like a manic woman who probably shows up and she's like, yeah, I'll give you all the gold. Just tell me what's wrong. She was told that if she stopped, she would die. If you stop building your house, you're gonna fucking die too. Construction on the mansion began in 1884 and continued nonstop, 24 hours a day until Sarah Winchester's death in 1922. That's fucking insane. The construction was guided by her own designs and was influenced by her superstitions and desire to confuse the spirits she was believed were haunting her. I mean, the actual labyrinth of this house is unreal. Like the way hallways end or connect with each other doesn't make any sense. It's an actual labyrinth, which I always thought ever since the beginning of time that people thought that spirits could just float through walls.
Well, that's the thing. Spirits think they're alive.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Also, apparently, it only cost $5 million in 1884 money, so who knows?
$5 million in 1884 money, so that's got to be like what?
Oh, so
$20 million?
$71 million today.
Yeah.
God, $71 million today. That's insane. The house is an architectural marvel with 24,000 square feet, 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 52 skylights, 47 stairways and
Jesus.
fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms, and 6 goddamn kitchens. The house is famous for its unconventional features, including staircases leading to nowhere, doors that open onto blank walls, and windows overlooking other rooms, and secret passages. One of the house's most famous oddities is the door to nowhere, which opens to a sheer drop to the second floor. That's pretty funny.
See, that's gonna get the ghosts. They're gonna
Ooh! Do you think that was, she's just like, the spirit who's haunting me right now, he's gonna walk through and die again. Do you think that she was probably crazy enough to believe that she could kill a ghost?
That's what that was. It was a trap.
I think if she did believe that, I think that she would probably invest into like Winchester making some kind of ghost gun. Or she has things, she's just like, in her house. Another peculiar feature is a staircase that leads directly into the ceiling, ending abruptly without any purpose. Which, going in this house, this would be fucking creepy. This would be an actual, like, Jesus Christ. Well, it would be like you're on like a set or something, or like...
It'd be like that Escher painting, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But seeing that in real life would be odd, especially if everything was built soundly. You're just like, what the fuck? Because you'd almost think the house is like moving. There's a scene in that movie Grave Encounters where they like go up a staircase and it just leads to a wall, and it's because the actual asylum is like shifting. It's kind of like the movie Cube a little bit too. Cube. Great movie. These elements were purportedly designed to confuse and trap spirits. Visitors and staff have reported various paranormal activities, including hearing footsteps, whispers, and seeing apparitions.
So she didn't want to kill the ghost. She just wanted to confuse them.
And trap them, which I think is fucked up.
Yeah.
You're a trap, and what are you gonna do with them?
Oh, you know what? That's what it is. Okay, imagine staircase to nowhere. They walk up, they phase through the door. They don't know how to go, they don't know how to get out.
Here are some of the specific hauntings of this house, though. Many believe that Sarah Winchester herself haunts the mansion. Of course she does. If ghosts are real, that bitch's spirit is definitely wandering around. Especially it's like a mentally unwell person caught in like a purgatory loop, definitely. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a woman in a black Victorian dress roaming the halls and disappearing around corners. This figure is often seen in rooms that Sarah frequented, such as her bedroom and the seance room. The seance room. That's a bitch is fucking creepy, dude. Some of the ghosts are even some of the people who built the goddamn house themselves. Some of these workers have been seen or heard toiling away to this day, still building on to Winchester's large labyrinth.
That'd be hell.
That is hell. That's actually hell. You have to do, a construction worker has to do the same job forever and it never ends. There are reports of disembodied footsteps echoing through the hallways and the sound of hammers and saws in the dead of night, despite no ongoing construction except for the Red Robin being built across the street. One of the most haunted rooms in the house was the seance room. Sarah Winchester used...
Oh, wow. I wonder why they think that the room where they were doing seances and talking to spirits is the most haunted room. Yes, of course. Almost like you're going into this room and expecting something to be different about it because, oh, they did stuff in here. Interesting.
The special room in the house to communicate with the spirits she believed were guiding her in the construction of the mansion. Oh, so she believed that the spirits were like, you need to add this.
She'd go in her seance room and sit down and be like, spirits, what should I build?
Spirits, where should the staircase go above the fireplace?
They said, KFC under the couch.
Yeah, the workers are there. They're just like, a titty bar room, men only room. She's like, I hear you, spirits. The titty bar will happen now. Sarah would lock herself in the room from midnight to 2 a.m. and consult with the good spirits on how to continue the construction. She's like, all right, good spirits, come on in. Bad spirits, stay out. You think she ever, you don't need to include this in the video, but
Yes, she did get her eaten out by a ghost.
oh, I was actually gonna ask that if she was gonna get her, if she got her pussy ate. How did you know that? How did
Jesus
you know
Christ.
that? Am I that predictable? That's I swear to God, that's what I was gonna ask. This room, known as the seance room, has no direct entrance or exit. It can only be accessed through a series of secret passages. That is fucking weird. Visitors often feel a sudden drop in temperature, hear whispers, or see flickering lights when they go near this room. Some have even reported feeling an unseen presence or light touch their shoulder.
Those are the good ghosts.
Those are the good ghosts. They're just like, hey,
I'll suck your dick.
you want me to eat your pussy? I tell you where to put a staircase at your house. Like, or how about we talk about the wheelbarrow ghost? Barrow? What's a wheelbarrow?
Is that not a wheelbarrow?
One of the most famous ghost stories involves a spectral figure known as the wheelbarrow ghost. The apparition is often seen pushing a wheelbarrow full of coal or ashes down the long hallways. Staff and visitors have reported seeing him in the basement along with various winding corridors of the house. He is described as wearing overalls and a cap, appearing solid at first, only to vanish into thin air upon closer inspection. Or how about the crying lady, aka every woman?
Hey.
In one of the bedrooms, there have been repeated sightings of a ghostly woman who appears to be crying. She's often seen sitting on the edge of her bed or standing by the window, looking out as if waiting for someone.
What?
Sitting on the edge of her bed or standing...
Yes. Thank you for the giant red circle. What am I supposed to see here? Or are you just circling the window because you don't think that I know what a window is? What do you mean?
By the window, looking out as if waiting for someone. How
But
tragic.
did you see it?
This apparition is usually accompanied by the sound of soft sobbing or whispers that seem to come from nowhere. I hate that, dude. I'd be like, grow up. How long are you gonna do this for? Fuck. But there are many cold spots or eerie drafts in this drab mansion. Throughout the mansion, there are numerous reports of sudden cold spots and unexplained drafts. These temperature changes are often accompanied by feelings of unease or the sensation of being watched. The cold spots are particularly prevalent in rooms where tragic events are believed to have occurred, or where Sarah spent a significant amount of time. Either somebody was bludgeoned to death, or Sarah just kind of stood there sometimes.
Or she's getting her pussy eaten down there.
Or she's probably getting her pussy eaten by ghosts, dude. I'm just saying that we can't count that out.
That's the first thing I would do. If I could talk to ghosts.
Oh my
It's a
god.
ghost head.
Okay.
Consensual, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you consider ghosts? Of course you do. The mansion is now a popular tourist destination, offering daily tours that exploring its history, architecture, and paranormal stories. Special events like flashlight tours and Halloween events are still hosted to this day. I wouldn't mind going. I would actually be scared though. I'm not gonna lie. If I would definitely. If I went there, I'd be like, huh. What? I'm such a pussy when it comes to that stuff. I would go to these places, I'd be like, what, hello? I'm like in a huge group. Did you guys hear that? You're like, no. Next up, we have the Villisca Axe Murder House. Located in Villisca,
Ooh.
Iowa. It's the site of one of the most
we've
notorious
seen this one.
unsolved mass murders in American history. In 1912, the Moore family, along with two friends of their children who
Yeah, we have seen this one. This was part of the trip of terror that the boys did. This is similar to the first one, but instead of a shotgun, it was an axe, right? Or no, it wasn't the husband that did it, or like it wasn't a family member that did it. I think it was a different person came in and like just axed the whole family. Like it was not. And the two girls that were just visiting there.
were staying the night were brutally murdered in their sleep with an axe. That's one thing
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot with like a lot of ghost stories and history stuff. A lot of axe stuff. Everybody was probably cutting wood back then or whatever, but still brutal. That'd be a brutal way to die.
They say it's one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah.
All the victims were found in their beds, having been bludgeoned to death with an axe. And the axe was found in the guest room where Stillinger's sister was sleeping. The killer appeared to have covered the mirrors and windows in the house with cloth and clothing. If me memory serves correct, I'm pretty sure they say that demons can come through mirrors. So sometimes you cover them so they can't see you or something like that. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of...
Was that in Constantine? He like jumped out in the
Ooh.
mirror.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that scene actually rules. The Constantine movie is actually fucking sick. All the victims' faces were covered with sheets after they were killed. And the ceiling in the parents' bedroom and the children's room showed gouge marks, presumably from the upswing of the axe. He's a fucking like 7'5" like ogre man. Yeah, he gets stuck.
How did they all sleep through this? Again.
Well, I mean, if you get a fucking axe to the back of the head or whatever, you're probably not waking up. Yeah, I don't think they were like, he was like, hey, wake up or anything. I think he just went in and probably just fucking did a one and done, I'm pretty sure. If I was a betting man. The investigation saw several suspects, but no one was ever convicted of the crime. But once again, it was
Yeah.
1912. So they're just like, did you do it? The guy's like, no. And they're like, all right, go ahead. The Villisca Axe Murder House is now considered one of the most haunted locations in the United States. Numerous reports of paranormal activity have been recorded, and the house is a popular destination for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts, like Sam and Colby, who did a video with Joe Rogan, because they were on his podcast.
Would you ever want to do a video with Sam and Colby?
Would I ever go to his haunting with Sam and Colby, a haunted house? You know, no. You do not understand. I would be too scared. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those videos. It induces a goddamn panic attack. They're like, yo! I mean, it flusters me up. I'm like, what? I don't think I can do it. Visitors often report seeing shadowy figures, especially in the children's room and in the attic where the killer's believed to have hidden before the murders. I thought it was weird that the guy hid in the attic before the murders. And he climbed up the fucking house. God, my fucking shoulder.
Wait, are you the axe murderer?
No. Apparitions of the victims have been reported, particularly on the Moore children. Disembodied voices, children's laughter, and cries have been heard. And some visitors have even reported being touched, pushed, or scratched by unseen forces. Paranormal investigators have even captured EVPs that seem to respond directly to questions. These recordings include children's voices saying, "Help me, play," or simply calling out names. Josh. Jamal. Tyquarius. I don't know if that queers his name. Other EVPs feature sounds of distress, such as moans, cries, and pleas for help. Morty. Many people report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread or sadness upon entering the certain rooms, particularly the attic and the children's rooms.
Again, though, like if you go into an area like a house, right, where you know something terrible has happened, I feel like if you know what's going on, you have an expectation. And this is why I'm such a firm believer of like your mind kind of plays stuff up. You know what I mean? Like if you know something bad happened, you go in somewhere and then you kind of have the dread, you have the feeling already like preloaded. So them saying, oh, having like a bad feeling by going into this room or going into that room, if you don't know and you just like walk in, like I would rather you take someone who knows absolutely nothing and you just like go to a house and then you like walk in and see like what they feel. But then you kind of can't like do that and it not, maybe you could. I'd be more interested in that. If you don't let anyone know and you just take them in and then you see what they feel. Because having the story and knowing, you just have the expectation and then your mind will, in a sense, fulfill your expectation. When you know someone is about to slap your ass, it's not going to be as intense. Okay. All right, buddy.
Because they know that people were fucking murdered here.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel sad all of a sudden. There's like blood stains all over the walls. I feel bummed. I think I'm being haunted. It's like, yeah, you probably know that like, fucking kids were murdered in here.
Exactly. I'm so glad that he's saying the same thing.
And psychics have visited the house, claiming to communicate with the spirits of the victims. They often describe the spirits as being in distress and seeking closure. And some mediums have even described playful interactions with children's spirits, such as feeling small hands tugging at their clothes, or sensing a playful energy in the rooms where the children slept. You guys feel like playing? I just feel all of a sudden I feel like playing in here. Anybody else? No, me? Okay. Yeah, they're all just adult babies. Anybody else want to play with this cool righty horse or whatever the fuck it's called? Puts on their pussy or their balls and just like
oh my days.
Mediums have sensed the presence of Josiah and Sarah Moore in the house. Josiah is often described as having a protective energy, trying to watch over his family and even in the afterlife. Sarah's spirit is said to be deeply sorrowful, mourning the loss of her children. Sarah's spirit has reportedly communicated the pain and horror of that night, expressing feelings of helplessness and an overwhelming sense of loss. Yeah, why are you so hung up, dude? It happened. Get over it. Here's the thing. This is gonna sound fucked up.
Dude, every time he takes a fucking drink, he makes me want to order fucking Starbies. Stop it.
If I was a ghost and it's been 100 years, I think I would have been able to process the kids fucking passing by now. If they're all spirits or whatever and you're reliving that thing, how many times do you have to fucking relive it before you're just like, it happened? What am I supposed to do, dude? Unless they're in a perpetual time loop where it's new every time. Unless they're in a perpetual time loop where it's new. Some psychics have described sensing a replay of the events of the murder night. They feel the terror and confusion that the victims must have experienced. This includes feeling the sudden fear, hearing sounds of the attack, and even feeling a heavy, oppressive atmosphere in certain rooms. That'd be kind of fucked up. Imagine if being there and you're just like, I feel like killing someone with an axe.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm feeling like I'm going to get attacked by an axe. It's like each person is experiencing different people in the house. There have been accounts of mediums feeling physical sensations such as tightness in the chest, difficulty breathing, or sharp pains, which they believe correspond to the experience of the victims during the attacks. And many psychics have focused on the attic, believed to be where the killer hid before committing the murders. They often sense a dark, malevolent presence in the space. The energy is described as heavy and oppressive, causing the feelings of dread and discomfort. And in the attic, it is also reported to contain the residual fear of the victims. Psychics sense the terror and panic that emanates from this area, believing it to be a hotspot for paranormal activity. The children's bedroom is often described as the most emotionally charged area, and psychics feel the innocence and playfulness of the children's spirits contrasted with the horror of the final moments.
Do they think a demon killed them with the axe? They think the attic is the most haunted?
I think that they're saying that the guy spent the most time up there brewing these dark thoughts that he was gonna do. So maybe he like left behind this like horrible evil energy or something. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill them as soon as, you know, like that kind of thing. So that's just like that energy's left over there. I don't know. But there's so many more mysterious, weird, haunted places in America. We just scratched the surface, but I have to leave you today. Did you get titillated? Did you get scared?
Yes. Spooky.
I don't know. I think haunted houses are kind of interesting. I think everybody has like a weird ghost story somehow. Even non-believers, I think, have a little brush with fear every once in a while. And haunted houses are just weird artifacts to horrible, horrible things that happen. And it is just weird urban legends standing as monolithic, weird structures that still remain haunting to this day. And I think that's pretty cool. So maybe we'll cover some more again in the future, but for now, I'm a little too spooked to continue. Until next time, y'all.
Thank you.
Stay haunted.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know.
Yay! Okay. All right. I kind of said my piece during the video. Let me know how you feel about ghosts. Have you had a spooky thing happen to you? Are you a believer? Are you a highly skeptic person? Let me know. And please, please, please make sure you check out the original video. It's gonna be linked down below. If you like my video, make sure you like and subscribe so I can see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.